Something is very deep in this picture. There's something that's just deep. It's just getting right into the meat, the heart, the guts of the matter. Alright, you guys, this is an OG exclusive, but I've got to start with a little bit of backstory. You may have heard about this Newsweek reporter who was jailed in Iran for, I believe, 180 days before he was finally released and allowed to leave the country. But after he left, the Iranians made it clear that if he were ever to return, they were going to jail him for another 6 months. He received another 6 months because of his involvement in this despicable picture shown here. His involvement is this despicable picture being posted on Facebook, which is just Ahmadinejad in a normal, part of his everyday life. But the photographer, in this sick, twisted, deplorable behavior and act that's just disgusting, tried to use the photo. Obviously, tried to take that perfect snapshot, that gotcha moment, and make it look like Ahmadinejad is gay, which he clearly is not. He's not gay. This is a normal Iranian custom. It's this photographer, this Newsweek reporter, it should be, ashamed of themselves. And in fact, I was able to get a hold of Ahmadinejad personally and got him to agree to come over to the United States to do a series of photos, allow me to do a series of photos to basically show what really goes on in Mahmoud's life, and explain how sometimes when these things are this gotcha moment, these people with these gotcha moments can make stuff look like it isn't, and to me, if you're going to take something and present it as one thing and try to use it to show something that really isn't happening, you're a sick, twisted fuck. So me and Mahmoud did several photos. I'm going to show you 5, okay? This is a straight man that doesn't want anything to do with homosexuality, which is a sin. All these photos are shot by me with my the new Photoshop 600G 0.2.5 model. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first picture, number 1. This was Mahmoud when he was coming off of his private plane. These are him with his pages. I believe there's some kind of word he was using for the something like that. Basically, male pages. He's very friendly with his pages. This is something that you do not see in the cold-hearted guy that he's portrayed as. This heartless guy. No, in fact, he's very affectionate, very friendly. They're very willing to touch and feel and engage with his pages. I was very, very impressed by this. Alright, so right at first, we headed back into his private plane and with his pages, and this was just him kind of relaxing with his crew, with his staff, just kind of messing around, just joking around. I was trying to kind of get him to get focused, but I felt this was important to show. I believe Mahmoud had lost his car keys, and had suggested that they ended up in somewhere that you wouldn't think car keys would end up, but I'm not sure how that happened. Obviously, the page offered to help him find his car keys. So right now he's there, he's feeling around. Yeah, this went on for quite a while. I'm not sure if he ever found his keys. But I know that they took turns looking. Mahmoud searched them very thoroughly. Like, I don't know if any keys were ever found. I'm not sure. The comfortableness of between him and his staff to be able to interact like this was very, very interesting. And unfortunately, the goofing around kind of went on for a little bit longer than I had anticipated or intended, but still, it was a good opportunity to get snapped some of these rituals, which apparently are Iranian rituals. This was a very intense hugging type of maybe a wrestling sort of a ritual. They proceeded to engage in for quite a while. It seemed to me like Ahmadinejad was winning pretty much all of the matches. I don't know if that's just a kind of like let the boss win, you know what I mean? But a lot of things going on here that are cultural, so probably I don't understand exactly. And the thing is, you could tell that when I was watching this, something very cultural is happening here. Something very deep. Something is very deep in this picture. There's something that's just deep. It's just getting right into the meat, the heart, the guts of the matter. It penetrates so many boundaries. And it explores so many alleyways and avenues. Very eye-opening. It was very opening. There was a lot of opening going on. But eventually, I was able to get Ahmadinejad into the right sort of mind for a more serious type of photography, which leads up to our next picture, which I thought was excellent. All right, so finally we see Mahmoud in his, getting serious. This is him posing with one of his beloved pages. Obviously, if you spend all this time in the gym, and you get your abs hard, and you don't just want to feel them up and down yourself, so you want to have someone that that you work with, someone close to you. You guys know how it is. You want them to feel up and down on your abs as well, so that they can see how hard they would take turns showing each other, um, how hard they were. So this was finally where we're getting somewhere, and so that leads us to the last part of the last part of the whole experience. And this was a little bit of role playing here, and this was really, this is the most touching part about the whole thing, and probably one of the best pictures to come out. This was it speaks for itself. And there you go. What can you say? Mahmoud never goes anywhere without his sailor cap, and he was talking about how he wanted to go out to certain clubs after we were done shooting, and how he was going to wear his sailor cap, and other guys would know. And so we decided to incorporate their sailor hats as a theme, where clearly you've gotten to know each other very well in a work environment that allows for you to get to know your fellow worker. And the whole thing is it was very touching. There was a lot of touching. Iranians apparently very open and touchy, and you know what I mean. It just is a beautiful, beautiful experience, highlighted by a beautiful picture of a beautiful relationship. So I hope you guys got to know Mahmoud a little better in this. Thanks for watching. Maybe we'll do some more. I don't know. If I can convince him to come back, it depends. We'll see. We'll see.